Hello my good students. Welcome back to our Imperial Japanese Navy Let's Play series on War on the Sea. Joining our recently victorious surface fleet after destroying a small fleet of just 3 American destroyers. Still in the same nights, just a couple hours after that. Hopefully this episode will be a little more exciting than the previous one. I'm hoping that after that will encourage the Americans to send a stronger task force out. Maybe see those battleships again. Maybe even another carrier for us to hunt down. At the moment, though, we're just trying to reinforce Guadalcanal again. And then that might be the end for that particular aim. And then we'll look at releasing the supply ships shortly afterwards until we are reinforced again in the next week. So let's get back to the strategic map and have a look at what's going on, shall we? Alright, so we have our Task Force 6 here with supplies and troops on the way to Guadalcanal. That's going to take about another day to get there. They're halfway there. Hudson Zero is going back to the carrier, which are covering our task force, which we used. We lost a few of them. We lost about 5 there, I think. That's okay. We can resupply. It's not a problem. We have I-15 with 7 torpedoes left. Just waiting around and patrolling in the inner parts here above Reno Island. We've got I-17 patrolling out here in case any cheeky task force tries to reinforce from this direction. We're of course going to keep our surface fleets out here as well. In fact, what I think we're going to do is pull back a little bit and patrol like this. And actually get I-15 to come back and screen in front of them so we get some sort of warning and maybe a strike off if something does come through like that. So let's go to full speed and see what happens. Just going to wait overnight now. We do have an encounter immediately with the task force here. That does suggest it is another submarine out here. That is going to be rather annoying in the dark. It's going to be a little more difficult to spot the torpedoes, actually. But we'll keep an eye out. Those of you new to this game are probably seeing how monotonous this is getting now with submarine engagements. When we're just looking off to... Yeah, there we go. We can see them there. They only ever come from one of 2 angles. It's basically, you know, either from the port or the starboard. Here we go. So what have we got depth charge wise here? We've got 36 out of 36 in Makagumo. Because I did resupply off screen. So we're going to brake here, full speed. We're going to take manual control in a second, but I think they're going to be going for the Suzuki again. So we're going to do the usual reverse with that. Yugumo here can brake, and I think that can actually stay on, increase the speed a little bit and give us a mild turn to port there. But Akazuki can brake, go to full speed and carry on in a straight line, I think. Kumano can brake and reverse as well. So we're going to take manual control here. And actually try and speed through this because it could take quite a while. Yeah, we're going to play like that. We're going to slow the speed down so we dodge these torpedoes, hopefully. I think we're going to go straight here. Turn a little bit more to starboard. Turn the torpedo beats on, please. Looks like they might have actually been going for Makagumo here. I'm not too sure there. We have dodged those fairly well, though, so that's brilliant stuff. They won't be hitting anything else there. I'm going to get the Akazuki to actually just move up to here and stop. We're going to slow down a little bit now and see if we can pick up that submarine. Going to go into the underwater view. We're going to get Suzuki and Kumano to stop as well, I think, because they're in no danger of torpedoes now. Just get them to stop like that. Yugumo, I think you could stop as well, just to reduce the amount of noise we're making in the area and make our sonar that much more effective. We're going to carry on like this now. We should be fine. We've picked this up on sonar. It's right in front of us there. So we are going to slow down, do a hard to port. and hope we can get it. We are going to have to reposition it a little bit. Or in fact, we could get Yugumo over to do it, actually. Let's see if we can do that. We bring the Yugumo over. Yeah, because he's speeding away there. Again, no point in actually identifying submarines. I'll just show you why again. If we go to American submarines, so that's a Tambor, and that's a Gator. We're gonna, a bit like an optician's here. Which one is which? One. That's not going to be it. Don't know why I went to DDs there. 1 or 2. 1 or 2. Really does just come down to number in class and test depths, I believe. But look at how many they have. They have 12 Tambors and 77 possible Gesos. It's ridiculous amounts of submarines. Let's put that into perspective a second with ours. We do have quite a lot. We've got 20 Type Bs and only 6 Mob 1s. So it's rather outclassed there. That will be down to the amazing industrial power of the Americans, just in general, really. Japan fighting this war mostly it's a resource deficit, I believe, especially when they created Yamato. I think there were actually plans, as a side note, to create, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of the Yashima, or I forget what the exact designation is, but I think it's like A150 or something. I might be talking nonsense there. But essentially it was a super Yamato class of battleship with thicker armour, and the armament itself would have been 3 dual-mounted main battery turrets. And the caliber of shell would have been, I think, 510 millimeters. The normal Yamatos with the largest existing caliber would have been 480 millimeters, I believe. I might be talking bollocks there again. I'm pretty sure it's 460 now I think about it. I'm going to check this. I'm not happy with that at all. I should know this stuff. Pretty sure it's 460 millimeters. Don't know where I'm getting 480 from. I think we're going to clash with Yugumo here. So I'm going to tell this one to stop for a second. And just carry on turning like this here. Here we go. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Yeah, better, sharper turn there. Okay, I think that will do. It's fairly well lined up. So we're going to slow down a tad just to get that up. Increase our speed so we definitely overtake it there. It's always the same with submarine engagements. I do apologise. This does seem to be a thing with this game though. Especially if you play as the Americans, you get so many Japanese submarine attacks. But of course, we've just seen it is a lot easier to get rid of all of the Japanese submarines. So where are we standing with that? We're overtaking just a little bit more, I think. We'll come with our stern just off of their bow. Should about do it. Okay, we're going to do that, and we're going to slow down just a couple knots, I think. So we're not overshooting them too much. It's not looking too bad, is it? I'll take that, I'll take that. That's not going to do a lot of damage, but that should cause a little bit of flooding. That's getting fairly close. Yeah, that's brilliant stuff. It is going to take another drop, though, to do anything major. We're going to take a report. Yeah, that's heavy damage, though, moderate flooding. Okay, we could even just wait that out. But I'm not going to. I get rather impatient, and we're going to increase our speed again. Didn't realise it went all the way down to 5 knots. It seems to be doing whatever it wants there, doesn't it? We're going to fire... Yeah, we're not going to fire just yet because we've come off course of it a little. We see how it's badly aligned there. What we're going to do, I think, is... I don't know whether I want to increase our speed and then reverse over them, or just reverse over them now and try and doing it. Then we're going to increase our speed. We're going to turn to starboard. Yeah, do it like that. Come over, and then what we're going to do is actually turn a little bit to port, reduce our speed, and then we're going to actually reverse, but we're going to turn over to starboard again. Have almost lost sight of it. It's going to be a little fiddly. You may be able to tell I can't actually drive. Okay, so yeah, we'll turn around a little bit more there and actually try and overtake them again. It's okay, we still have sight visually with them. And on the map, don't know why it said that's a Farragut there. Just for the sake of argument, we're going to make sure it's a any sort of submarine there. I want to just call it torpedo boat. That's not necessarily wrong, but definitely not right either. Make that a harder turn, actually. Yeah, I can just see it faintly there. So maybe it wasn't the case that we could wait, because by now I'd expect them to be blowing any excess water or air pressure off. So we are definitely going to have to hit them again. That's not a problem. That's within our plans anyway. Going to increase our speed just a little bit so we overtake them. Here we go. We're going to drop and decrease our speed again. We go down to, I think, 12 knots. That should do it. Those are looking rather direct. That's what we like to see. We're going to decrease our speed so we don't overshoot again. Yeah, look at that. That's right on it, Steck. Excellent stuff. Oh, that one's gone straight through. I do apologise if you've heard a Discord pop up there. That seems to come through sometimes. I will log out just after this. I've logged out. Sorry, just moving around now. Yeah, there we go. It's blowing its ballast. Let's go. Let's turn around. Do have Yugamo here that could turn a little bit, actually. Just get as many guns on it as possible. Yeah, that'll do. That will do. Okay, if you now stop. Stop. Get it on 0. Yugamo, how are you facing? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Hugo can stop as well. It's just a case of waiting now. There we go. We can actually double check exactly what sort of submarine that was. If we go into enemy losses and scroll all the way down, it was a Tambor. Okay, fair enough. We're exactly right with the Benhams and Bagleys in the previous engagement as well. Look at the disparity though, the difference between, or the gap rather, between those engagements. So 25th of August to the 4th of September. Honestly, that last one was such a boring one to do. Do apologise for that. Hopefully we get something better. It's already looking good that we got a submarine off, but we are going to continue at max speed and see if we can catch anything off guard. And not be caught off guard ourselves, of course. That never happens. The status of Guadalcanal is also fairly even. It does look like we're pushing through a little bit. Air operations now available. Brilliant stuff. We do have more supplies than troops at the moment. But if I show you, this is why this might have to be the last reinforcement until we get reinforced again. It's because we've just been reinforced today, I think, or resupplied today. and we have only 2,500 troops available at Rabaul. We have a lot of supplies, but supplies themselves don't win the battle. So if we go around our other bases, we have between 250 and 500 troops available in those, which just aren't going to cut it. They could be emergency troops if we really need them, but I don't think they're going to do anything in particular. We do have, however, 240 engineering and fuel, which if we go to rules and look at upgrade costs, specifically, well, it's equal no matter whether it's a port or an airfield you want to upgrade to. So with that, we could go and get a level 2 airfield, I think, and that would allow us to get a flight of 4 Vals and actually 4 Bettys off. That's interesting. That is very interesting. 4 Bettys and 4 Vals coming off of Guadalcanal would be, oh, that would be amazing. I would love to actually get some proper dive bombers off, but let's actually get some scouts in the air. At the moment, our options for dive bombers would either be to invest in a Shokaku, either by saving up points or releasing the Ryujo, or, like I say, upgrading the airfield on, or any airfield really, but specifically I would like to get, let's redo that course, I'd specifically like to get Guadalcanal up, because that is of course a primary objective. And not only is it a primary objective, it's also rather a lovely central strategic place to have an operational airfield. So it's better defence, more sight. Do I want to go up there with that? Yeah, let's make it double back. And of course more offensive staying power in this particular theatre. Yeah, let's go around here and actually go towards, I keep forgetting what this island's called. What is it? Santa Cruz. We get some zeros off as well to scout out. We're on 12 possible zeros available there again, that's fine, 19 in total. We're going to scout around very closely here and just make a circle round, I think. So let's do that. I'm not going at full speed, just in case we miss anything here. And after many hours of scouting, we have finally come across only another task force of just 3 destroyers. They're coming off a similar direction from the previous group, and in our last episode we did briefly spot a Kingfisher scout plane which cannot be launched off of destroyers. So what I'm thinking is actually once we have some more scouts, actually we should have some scout aircraft available now. We're going to send some, I think, a little further down to the southeast here. Launch another one off Kumano to reinforce that. And I think we're going to go down this sort of direction with it. We're going to ignore that because there's no point engaging it. Destroyers are destroyers, you know. That's fine. They should be ready to launch once just landed again. So we're going to go back up to Guadalcanal. Hope there's no nasty surprises for our invasion force. And do again, just come up around here. Same as always. This game does get a little slow after the first initial weeks, I think. It is rather unfortunate. The AI, I don't know, just seems to not be too fussed, really, when it comes to scouting and sending out more ships. Seems to get a very nice initial burst off. That's about it, really. Could send these out as a more forward thing, though. It doesn't look like there's any threats. We are very close. Here we go. We can now launch off at Guadalcanal, burning through these supplies, though. Look at that. Okay, so let's unload all cargo. Excellent stuff. How does that tip the balance? Not a huge amount, actually. There was only a couple thousand soldiers we spent, though. So what I am going to do is actually come back with some engineering and fuel, I think. That sounds like a good idea. We'll assess what we need to do in terms of releasing ships once we get over to Rabaul. Just make sure they get back there safely first. We may have to actually, we'll release the damaged ones, of course, because that does impair their ability to carry troops and supplies. But now it's too dark for air operations again. Well, after even more scouting, another long day and long night, we have come across, with no warning, even though with more excessive scouting, another supply convoy. 2 destroyers, 2 heavy cruisers, and 6 merchant ships. So we are fairly evenly matched, where we only have 1 more ship than them that's another destroyer. So hopefully nothing too advanced. Place your bets, New Orleans or Northampton, or even a Wichita, actually. We haven't seen any of them yet. What we're going to do is launch, hopefully, an aircraft. So Jake, excellent stuff, we're not going to forget that. And begin the battle. So, first things first, turn off horrible fire at will, and turn on radars where possible. This is why we take the Yugamos out, because it does at least give us some sort of surface radar. Don't think it's so good as American surface radar. So on the strategic map, they were to our south, weren't they? So we're going to do that with Jake. And we're going to use our binoculars with the Sizia. So we're going to use it with the Yugamo. And have a look and see if we can spot any silhouettes along our port beams. There, I don't know if you can see, but I certainly can see the silhouette. Excuse me, the silhouettes and shadows of some ships to the bearing of roughly 190. The time is actually fairly early in the morning. Okay, brilliant. Oh, they're firing. Brilliant stuff. So, what have we got? What have we got? What have we got? That is in New Orleans. Brilliant stuff. And that's another New Orleans. Brilliant. Okay, so this could be rather interesting. Because they're not shit cruisers. That... I forget what that is with the single launcher. That one could be a Sims, I believe. Yeah, let's have a look what this could be, actually. Single launcher, 2 turrets. It might be... It's not a Summers, because they get double... might be a Gleaves. Do you reckon that's a Gleaves? Looks like it. Yeah, we'll say that's a Gleaves. Yeah, alright, interesting. What is it we've actually spotted here? It is a New Orleans. Do with that. How are we doing with these, actually? We've sunk 2. Okay, well, hopefully we're sending 2 more to the bottom today. Oh, Christ, can you imagine that? What is their distance? 16.5 kilometers. Brilliant stuff. That is in range of everything. We don't need star shells, do we? This source of light. How many do we even have? We've got 23 in the front. Tell the backs to fire some star shells, actually, just because it is a little on the dim side. Much like myself. It's okay for now to say that. Yeah, we'll do that. Sizia, of course, can start firing at proper shells. Start firing AP full spot on that, and HE full spot with secondaries. Yugamo, I think you can hold off. Actually, no, let's get some. Yeah, let's do that. We'll hold off with the destroyers at the moment and get the cruisers to fire at the New Orleans, I think. Let's do that. Brilliant. Let's go. So, where were they? 196, wasn't it? Can't see them so well from the Kumano. There we go. Okay, I was looking at the wrong bearing, that's why. But it appears we've starting to spot other targets now. What's the number 2 here? That's another New Orleans. We're going to identify that as soon as possible. Just so... Did we identify it as a Baltimore? Why the honestly, what is going on with these things? The picture says Mogami. The writing says Baltimore. The ship itself is New Orleans. Okay, I think we've spotted just about everything here. We're going to take the time to identify them properly. So we said this one was a Gleaves, didn't we? This one looks like a Sims. Where is it? Yeah, that's a Sims. You can tell because all but one of the turrets is enclosed, and we have the raised torpedoes here on their own platform. I am going to take the time to just identify all of these, so join when I've done that. That didn't take very long. What I am wondering is, of course, the supply ships are the most important. We've got a really nice firing solution already, haven't we? Let's go to 70 and actually tell them to stop spotting. That is brilliant. With the supply ships obviously being the major threat to Guadalcanal, should probably be targeting them first. They're using us. Okay, star shells as well. Fair enough. I've been wondering that maybe we haven't been seeing so many convoys recently. It's because we sunk so many cargo ships. These ones have only, I think, appeared because everyone has been reinforced and resupplied, rather. So do we think that the AI only sends out these convoys, of course, because they will adhere to the same rules as us? Why is that saying it's going for the New Orleans? Go for the Cleves. And full spot. Yeah, I don't know if I'm making any sense with what I'm trying to say. But I wonder if we've not seen anything simply because they don't have the supplies to send out, is what I'm trying to say. Which is rather annoying. I'd like to see some aggressing ships and fleets without supplies more often. Because just sending out supply convoys by themselves doesn't make the most sense. Okay, so Makigumo can stop firing that. We're going to go with HE and narrow spotting, I think. And actually that can fire at the Gleaves as well. Not looking like we're going to get any decent hits so far, but we have got them lit up. Looks like it was a good idea to get the star shells out. And we are getting rather close to them. Though, because they're turning so tightly now, we will be losing decent firing solutions. We do have the Jake about to keep them spotted. What I'm going to do is actually try my best to keep them out of range. That's not going to happen there, that's okay. We'll reduce its speed as well. Just a little bit. Keep them in sight a bit longer. Why are they not formed up properly? There we go. But we do have an amazing firing solution here on the Gleaves. It's turn off spot, that's what I want to do, not turn off narrow. Good one on here, Yugamo, that's doing good as well. We can actually hit it rather than spot it. A little bit behind on the Akazuki, but actually not as bad as I was expecting. So we should be doing okay here. Should start to see some hits pop up. If I were able to guess how long it takes our shells to travel over here, as well as how that matches up with how fast they're moving, I'd love to get some manual shots off at this distance. I was wondering actually how many people would start trying to play this as more of an arcade game with at least trying to get off more mangle shots. This looks like they're going to collide here, doesn't it? Okay, we're gonna have to start. Let's get some star shells out from here, I think. So our solutions are going down again. Yeah, that's down across the board again. It's rather unfortunate. Let's get them narrow spotting, I think. Get them. Oh, they can still try and actually hit them. They're doing decent. We get them narrow spotting as well. What did I do with the Kumano? They can HE narrow spots, and the same here. Suzuya, what's he doing with your shells? Yeah, spot there as well. Makigumo, spot please. So far looks like no hits. We're getting fairly close. That, we missed that. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a screenshot there. That is lovely. Oh, did he just shoot his own ship? Do that again, please, mate. Go on. Your gun barrel's right in their stern there. I dare you to fire again. Oh my god. With enemies like these. Go on. Go on. Oh my Christ. Jesus. Let's turn that off of spot. I don't know why they're on HE. Oh, dearie, dearie me. What is their speed actually? It's 16. Oh, they're speeding up now that they've stopped. I was hoping to get off some manual shots there because they're basically dead in the water. That was some hits from us. Let's double check what they've done to that. It's the number 1 here. It's moderate damage. Okay, I'll take that. That's something. That's free damage. You can't complain there. They've clearly got a fire on there as well, a mild fire. Okay, so the spotting, the star shells are definitely helping us here. We are going to have to remember to fire a few of those off now and then. Makiguma, how you doing? Okay. You got a decent solution there. Keep that up. How about... Oh, why is our back turret out? Have we been hitting the magazine? Oh, it's just the turret. Okay, interesting. That's it. Could have been told about that. Akizuki. Oh, you're doing a decent one. Okay, I was thinking about firing some star shells off at the destroyers there. I've also been thinking about firing off some torpedoes as well. Makigumo has the best solution, so I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to fire 4 off of the first launcher at a 2-degree spread. Wait a few seconds, see how our solution goes, and fire some more from the second launcher, I think. So that's not looking too bad. If they're going to go straight at us like that, we're going to tell everyone to slow down a bit just to make sure we don't hit our own ships over here, and also to hopefully throw off their solutions a bit as well. Yeah, we're going to do that. Just fire off another one now. Where are the torpedoes? Oh, I'm actually very worried now. No, they're over there. That's fine. Certainly not hitting. This one's going to fire off some star shells, I think, because the solution's not great, is it? What direction are they going? If they're going down like that, we can start thinking about firing off our own again. We're going to do this manually, though, I think, and see what happens. I'm going to try and fire them off in this direction in case they start to turn quite a bit. Looks like we have hit something, though. Actually, that is the smoke coming off of here. So that's why our solutions have gone down. Okay. We're going to get some more manual torpedoes off then, if that's the case. New Orleans is breaking off over here. Is that the one with the smoke generator on? Okay, not a problem. We can see they are actually going off again. So I'm going to launch rather a decent spread off of there to lead quite a bit. Doesn't look like their AA is opening up at all, actually, does it? Which is rather useful. We do have a decent solution actually now, so we're going to stop firing star shells and fire narrow, turn off that. Yeah, let's do that. How are we looking at with the destroyers then? We spotted them, but not got any hits on them so far by the looks of it. We appears to be in two separate formations again, so let's make everyone form up. Just going to check everyone's damage controls. We've taken a mild hit to the Suzia. No hits over to Kumano. Mild hit. Oh, is that on the director? Yeah. Of the Yugumo. That's a bit worrying. We did fire off here, didn't we? Yeah, that's okay. Not a problem. Excuse me. So we're going to fire. Do that. Tell the rears to fire some more star shells, I think. With the New Orleans pulling off like that. Yeah, okay. I'm going to pause very quickly and tell us to fire at the number 2 New Orleans. They're going to fire, I think, some AP full spots to start off with. They're going to fire some star shells over there, and the Commando is just going to fire off a load of AP, I think. Let's go like that. Full spot, and the same with HE secondaries as well. What is going on with our formation here? Might even look at firing more torpedoes off with our cruisers. How are they looking over here? Yeah, I think once it gets a decent solution off, we'll fire some torpedoes with our cruisers. I think we're going to get them on hold, just to get them, I think, in position. See if they're turning. Yep, they're turning here. You can see them in the encasements there. And we do actually have a very nice firing solution now. So what we're going to do... Oh, Sizzy is on fire. How badly? Not great, but not the worst, I suppose. What's looking nice, actually, is that these might miss the destroyers, but they might also hit the New Orleans. At least these forward ones might. We are going to fire some, once we can, from, I think, Kumano. Yeah, that looks like a good idea, doesn't it? It does have a very nice solution now, so you're going to go to that, and this one's going to be the same. Just going to make sure they are on with their secondaries as well. I think we're going to fire with both sides here and get some torpedoes off. Or do we want to wait for those other torpedoes? I think we want to wait for those other torpedoes. We've got a 99 solution. We have to fire a narrow spread here. If we don't get hits, I'll be very disappointed. Look at that. Oh, we've got some decent hits on the Gleaves as well over here. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Oh my god. Let's bring the Jake back around, I think. Great stuff. Okay, how are we looking? Makigumo, what's he firing off? Okay, let's fire narrow spotting, I think. Akizuki, oh my god, that is terrible. Fire some more star shells, I think, actually. Do they not carry star shells? Okay, interesting. Alright. Yugumo, what's you up to? Okay, okay. They're firing the star shells. We'll turn them actually to HE now. We're going to turn on... Oh, it looks like we might get some hits over here actually. Where are we? Right on top. Here we go. Oh, it just went under. Oh, that's so sad. That was right on top of them. What about the New Orleans? You've got some on their bows. Looks like they're turning to avoid them though. If you look at the map, we're just in front. Here they are. Oh, we might just miss there. That is very sad. Please? Please? There we go. That'll do it. Oh my god. Somewhat rare that that happens, actually. Let's take a report. Yeah, critical damage now to that one, and heavy damage to the glaives. Brilliant stuff. I'd love to sink something in this engagement, because it's going to go on for quite a while. Yeah, let's carry on with that. Oh, that's brilliant. So good to look at. Actually, I'm wondering how much it looking at. It's heavy. Okay. Okay. We're going to increase our speed again over here. Possibly change course. So all of the supply ships are going. The New Orleans is down. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, what we're going to do then is actually change our course rather dramatically. Going to start turning in over here and go around like that. How's the glaives looking? That is horrible. Look at that. We're going to get... oh, Yugamo's flooding. That's one flood. Okay, we'll take this off of the general and go on to the flood. Suzia's on fire on a torpedo as well. Okay, well, that's already got 13 seconds left on there, so we'll let that repair. That's got 12. All right. That'll go over. It's got 110 on there, so we get that straight over to a secondary gun. It gets the cruisers to fire HE at the Sims, I think. I'm going to go narrow spotting to start with. Where's Kamano? How are you doing with damage wise? Not taking anything. That is brilliant. Well done, Kamano. Do that. And carry on, I think. The first New Orleans is coming back for some more action. Alright, so you're going to join me back here now after sinking the glaives. It does appear that we are having some collisions of our own here. Look at that, that's counted as a collision. That never touched. That is rather annoying. I'm going to tell this one to actually reverse. Christ alive. This is going to move off over here. Yeah. Oh my god, that is terrible. Because what that has done has put our Suzia. It's got a flood on the bow there, but the Akizuki has 3 floods now over here. Hopefully we'll be able to get on top of those. Doesn't look like it's anything major just yet. It's not hit any like magazine or propeller compartments. Should be okay. It's just rather embarrassing. We are going to sort out this Sims though. I'm going to fire narrow stop spotting. We've got a decent solution there. Makigumo needs to redirect its fire at Sims as well. Let's do that. Yugumo, where are you? All the way over here. Okay, what we're going to do, I think, is actually try and reorder ourselves a bit here. Yeah. What we're going to do is tell the two cruisers to do a line ahead formation, and they're going to park up over here. The destroyers can form up in another line ahead, and they can park up through here. We're getting a lot of shots on now on this Sims though. Lovely explosion there. Basically dead in the water. And I think what we're going to do then is actually get everyone to focus on New Orleans and retreat out. Hopefully we won't be taking too much damage after that. So what's it doing here? It looked like it was dead in the water. The Sims certainly is. How's its damage look? It must be on critical. Yeah, critical. Doesn't look like it's firing back either. So we might be able to leave that to sink in itself. So what we're going to do is take the Yugamo and take it over this direction. What we're going to do is stop it from firing on that and get it to start firing on the New Orleans, I think. New Orleans is in some smoke. Excuse me, got a rather dry throat today. So we're going to fire off a few more star shells here. Yugamo's going to stop firing on this as well and start firing on New Orleans. It is nearly 10 kilometers away. That's okay. We're going to do that with everything, I think. We're going to tell Kumano to come down like this. It's going to stop firing over here as well. And it's going to start firing on New Orleans. It's going to get some spotting fire off on that. And where is Suzia? Suzia. Getting on top of your damage, which is brilliant stuff. On the map, that looks like it's getting a collision with the Akazuki, but it's okay. We should be fine there. Start targeting this one. If you come off of there. Yep, there we go. Fire AP. We run out of AP? No? Why is it not letting me? There we go. We are getting rather low on AP though. Just double check that. Yeah, 88 shells there. Okay, we are going to need to resupply after this then, I think. Akazuki, what are you shooting at? Still shooting at Sims. Take that off. Come back. New Orleans. Fire. Brilliant stuff. And only a couple of seconds later, we've issued all those orders. The Sims has finally sunk. So we're going to straddle the New Orleans with ships either side of it, and hopefully that will wreck it. Yeah, we're going to reenact the Battle of Trafalgar there. Alrighty then, so with our plan in action and with the New Orleans in full retreat, we are running very, very low on shells now. 2 shells left of AP in our Suzia. Only a few left, I expect. Yeah, well, I actually got quite a lot in the Kumano. That's probably because it's quite a new ship. How are we running with the, yeah, very running low on HE on our other ships as well. We're actually going to bring them up a bit so we can get our rear guns firing, I think. Yeah, let's do that. But it's just a matter of time now. Just a matter of time. Yeah, shouldn't take too long at all. Kumano, okay. Bring them in a bit closer. And then bring them back out again so we can get our rear guns firing. I've noticed that ships can only survive like a few engagements actually, supply-wise, which is rather a shame. Jake is leaving the area. Let's get them back just to have a quick look. I think these supply ships have already left. But this is a really good engagement so far, and I think that will have to be it for the episode because it's really dragging on. But it's much better than the previous one, I think. We've sunk a lot of ships already. If we can get this New Orleans down, that should be a lot of points for us. Look at that. I just wish it would stop using its smoke. That's just cheating. Succumb to your fate. Many minutes have passed and we still haven't sunk this bloody ship. It is on critical damage. It's on heavy flooding finally. It was on moderate for a while. But both Suzia and Kumano are very low on ammunition. You can see both of them, their front 3 turrets have no ammunition at all in, apart from star shells. And just a little bit of AP and mostly HE left, but not a lot of that either on the other ships. Guessing similar situations over here as well. Yugamo over here has no offensive shells left, so we're getting the 5-star shells. Makigumo, I think, might be in a similar position. Yeah, nothing apart from 12-star shells in the front turret there. Only 20 shells left in the rear turrets. We might have to try and sink her with torpedoes here. But we have expended those, of course, in this battle as well. So Akizuki might have to get her own off. Does only have the one launcher though. So I think we're going to try and manually fire that. How are they turning? This could be rather difficult. Let's go over here and see what happens. Yugumo, I think, did also fire off some as well, didn't they? Yeah, they fired all of them. Okay, interesting. If this ends in a weird stalemate, I'm going to be so pissed off. I'll get back to you in a minute to see how it goes. It's so close. Oh my god, did you see that? Our torpedoes just missed with one passing right under the bow of the ship there. That is so annoying. Oh my god, we may have to retreat from here. We're not going to sink it if that's the case. I'm going to try and get our Kumano up to see if it can launch some more torpedoes. It did fire off. It must have been the Suzuki that fired off some. Okay. That's the wrong button. Let's try and turn off over here and get some on it, I think. If we do spotting fire here, should we get a decent solution? We'll fire off 2-degree spread like that. So speed 20. We'll try going like that with here. And yeah, okay. We'll turn around and wait for the Suzuki to fire some off as well. See what happens. This is so annoying though. And out of complete carelessness, we forgot, of course, to disable the starboard torpedoes, didn't we? So when we turn around with Kumano, it actually struck Suzuki with 2 of its own torpedoes. Look at the damage there on its bow. That is disgusting. That means we've done so much damage. We nearly came out with nothing there. And now it's on heavy. That is so annoying. We're going to have to release Suzuki now. And hope it repairs. That is so annoying. It's such a schoolboy rookie error there. That is so stupid and frustrating. It is completely my fault though. Well, I think what we're going to do is actually retreat from this because nothing more we can do. And get them back home. Very unlucky they didn't scuffle the New Orleans there. Very sad. So what we're going to do is bring everyone up here and resupply out the Shortland Islands and then release the Suzuki back over to Rabaul. But in the meantime, I think that's going to be it. Thank you all very much for watching. I realise not a hell of a lot happened in that episode, but it's decent. I think it's gone on long enough. So that'll do. So thank you very much for watching again, and I have been the Edified Gamer, and I hope all your nights and days are auspicious. Goodbye.